Magic Makers. I'm Mom Virella.
I'm Yukita Cosplay.
And I'm CJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. We're going to have lots of things up for today. This is a special episode, so thank you guys for joining us, who are joining us. In the meantime, as we get ready, make sure you get your wands ready because we solemnly swear we're up to no good. Yay! Today we have with us people from Faire of Champions. We have Mike Champion, John, and Joe. Oh, Joe, I cannot pronounce your last name.
It's okay.
What is it?
It's Ketchot. But my husband's Cajun, so apparently it's supposed to be Cachot or something, but I'm not Cajun.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
So far today we have Geek Card with us. Hey y'all, what's shaking? Works hard with us. She's got her wand already going. So to start, it's not a Ren Fest. You guys said it's a fantasy fest. Can you guys explain the difference between the two?
Fantasy.
Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, the difference between a Ren Fair and a Fantasy Fair is that in a Ren Fest, you're tied to a particular theme or particular time period. With a Fantasy Fair, you're not tied and bound to any of that. So it's whatever you want to make. And you can even bring your own story in as far as where you come from, what your character is, and so forth. So it's more inclusive. So you can come in as a sci-fi character, a video game character, anime, you name it, historical, and all that. So it allows for more freedom of expression.
So it's almost like a Comic-Con. A Comic-Con meets a Ren Fest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or like a Comic-Con meets a Ren Fair meets D&D, creating your own character. And
So if a Comic-Con and Evermore and the Renaissance Festival had a baby, it would be Faire of Champions.
Yes.
Hey,
Trevor says, hey guys, hi.
hello.
It's bringing it all together.
Got it. So it's kind of new to us, as Works Hard says, a whole stew.
right?
It's kind of new to us. So can you kind of explain what goes on during the Faire of Champions?
Mm-hmm. Mike?
That's not for me.
How about if you were to just basically give a recap, what is it, what's that, what would be the starting point?
I know you guys have something really cool that not a lot of them do have. It's a quest.
Right.
You guys
So
explain the quest.
So one of the big things about Faire Champion is we're about chance, and we're about anything you go into a video game or even a RPG, it's about chances, rolling the dice and so forth. And we have quests that people can do, and we have multiple quests that will take you around the fair, and they have a goal. So it allows people to go in and have fun and take these chances. And I guess, I'm having a hard time here.
Is it kind of
part
like
of the quest?
Is there clues and they go from?
Oh yeah.
Yes, the quest change every weekend.
Oh, so are they based? I noticed that y'all have different themes each weekend. Are they based off the different theme for each weekend?
No,
not necessarily.
No,
we do have a campaign line that goes throughout the year, and so it builds upon the previous week. So for those, the campaign line does kind of tie in with the theme a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's two different things. Yeah,
I know you have a cast of characters. So do they play into the quest?
They do. So we base the cast of characters off of kind of like the D&D game and like a gaming system, where the DM has actually been the one to summon everyone here. So we treat like everybody's actually part of the cast, but the main cast of characters are there. And I try to have them to match at least one of each weekend. So you have a character that will kind of match each weekend, but they're all there all the time. Their goal when there is to actually help other individuals either complete the quest or the campaign as they go throughout the realm, because that's their quest that the DN has given.
Can they do one day, or do they have to be there all weekend?
They have to be there all weekend. We have like several shows throughout the day because they still have stories that kind of continue on. But they're there all weekend, and every weekend it's they're there to participate with everyone. That's
Okay, so say. Oh, sorry. I was just
quest. Yeah, to add to the quest, we're a patron fair, so we try to include everybody. And part of the quest line is when you complete the quest line, you're given an option to choose next year themes. So there is a board in the Adventurer's Hearth where this all starts and begins and ends. There is a board of multiple ideas for quests for the following season. The 2 given is Viking and Pirate. The other 3 are based upon dice roll that the patrons roll for. So we have no idea. We have some clues based upon the numbers or the score that's been held so far, but we can't publish that until after season. So we don't know what's going on for next season yet.
Right.
And they're all over the place.
Yeah,
so you don't know what the themes will be next season? Is that what that means?
No. That's what that means.
Okay.
Patrons choose it. They choose it by rolling a dice.
Wow.
Just to add to that though, but patrons get to choose, or they get to submit their ideas on what they want to see as a theme. So it's our next year is going to be based off of what people would like to see out there. So that's part of the inclusion of when John said it's a patron fair. They get to have a say in what happens next year as far as the themes and everything.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, and on Sundays, your ticket or name goes into a hat, and they roll or they draw for the person that gets a horn, an FOC horn, Faire of Champions horn. And that's the only way to get a horn with the Faire of Champions on it. We don't sell them. You have to do the quest line and be drawn for it. So it's all about chance. On top of that, they're given these little coins that go towards the outcome of an event that we hold at the end of the day by Mobius. And they do acrobatic sword fighting, and they fight with sticks, scarves, leaves. Last year, they fought with rats, rubber rats, and these coins that the people will toss at them or hand them, or like revive points or buy this or buy that. So they're included in that. Yes.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. That's interesting. So, okay. So my question is this: what if someone can only come for one day this season? Can they still do a quest, or do they have to be there more than one day?
No,
so there's
quests are changed every day. So like the daily quest.
Yeah.
So they can come in and do the quest for one day. I believe there's a red and a white line quest. So you can do both of those and you get a ticket for completing each one. The campaign is something different. That's the one that goes more with the themes of the weekend and builds upon, the entire season.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can basically like upgrade as the more you go, the more you upgrade.
The more you add towards the dice throw for the themes, and yes, the people do it as groups. Mike and I don't know the outcome of the quest. There's only one person, and that's the quest master. So in order for us to vote or throw a hat in the ring for themes, we have to go do the quest. Everyone's got to do the quest.
Trevor says it sounds like Pokemon meets human.
So to add about the Pokemon, my understanding, there is a Pokemon character somewhere on property.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I don't play the game, so this is what I've been told.
Works Hard says, did you say with rats?
We had
go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, we had a guy out who hopefully they can come back, who helps gather the plague rats. So he would hide the rubber plague rats around, and that was one of the quests for kids, was to find all the plague rats.
It was basically a collection quest.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost like
And the kids loved it.
Got to catch them all, right?
Right.
The awesome thing with the quest is that like if you go Saturday and you do the quest, but you can't go Sunday, even if you win the drawing, you don't have to be there to win it.
Oh, cool.
So we'll make sure that you get it.
Oh, that's so fun.
Come into season, we'll draw names from the hat and we'll pass out Faire of Champion tickets, champion passes, and things like that.
That's very cool.
To go with Trevor's remark about Pokemon, they got to go find all the Rattatas and the Raticates.
There you go. Does it cost a park? How much does it cost to get in? And do you have like night stuff at the end of the day that they should stay for type stuff?
Yeah, the cost for the fair to get in is $15.
Okay,
and that's for the day.
Nice.
Camping for the weekend, we do have camping. So, and the camping for the weekend is $15 as well. So you can come in and have an entire weekend for less than $45 because we have weekend passes. So you get a couple of dollars for that, or a couple of dollars off for that. So it's relatively inexpensive in relation to some of the other fairs that are going on. And it's a heck of a lot of fun.
I like camping, and those numbers are in my budget.
Yes, now I can get these two to go next year with me.
Yes.
We also have children's tickets. So the children's tickets are $7.50 for both the camping and entering them to the fair. If you're 6 and younger, are free.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Good to know.
And
military and EMT get a discount for
first responders.
Does that include veterans as well as active duty?
Correct.
What about
Awesome.
teachers?
Not
They're
currently.
fantastic. They make a difference in a child's life.
Let us.
Geek Craig wants to know, do we get extra experience points if we steal your cool hat?
There are lots of hats on property. A lot of the vendors sell some amazing hats out there. My particular hat, probably not.
Might get yourself in trouble.
The tricorn, of course.
This is part of my costume. Part of my costume.
Did we hit parking yet?
Parking is included.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
There is no
parking is
charge for
included.
parking.
You guys mentioned also
Unless you drive an RV.
Okay.
Yeah, RV for camping there's a little bit of an upcharge for that.
So with camping, is it clan camping or single camping? Like, how is your camping set up?
So Mike and are gamers from old school MMOs and things. We chose the word guilds because it goes along with the games and stuff like that, like Elder Scrolls and Skyrim and Elven Quest and World of Warcraft.
And Fable. Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we use
Nice.
guilds. We have guild camping. They have their area that they've chosen on property and they maintain it. There's rules in their areas, and we have general camping.
Oh.
So it's a mix.
These are cool prices, especially since it includes parking.
I'm saying.
Yes.
So, as someone who usually does stuff with her kids, so I'm very cautious. I've never camped at the Ren Fair since I had my children because I camped at the Ren Fair before I had children. So, how does this compare to that kind of situation with
Yes,
like
is there
say
quiet
family coming
camping, or is it all just loudness?
Joe, you have kids?
So our general camping is actually separated out from where the clans are and vendor camping. So they tend to be the loudest ones. And we also have a quiet hour at midnight. They have to either tone it down to where it can only be heard within and then completely shut off by 2. But in general camping area, it's not so bad because it's off the path. And we have a whole wandering way that's lit up that will take you to the clans. Which is in a different area than where the general camping is. Like you can take it there, but usually people go a different path to get to general camping.
We also have people called the Red Sash Guard. They will travel out and about to help maintain peace and order and anything. They're there for helping people along, basically.
Nice.
Something that we do is we background check all of our vendors, all of our volunteers, to make sure that we don't want to introduce anything negative into our environment. We are family friendly.
I love that.
And we also
Very
have
appreciated.
have a curfew for kids that are 17 and under. They need to be in their camp area or in their tent, in bed, I believe by 9:30. Because at 10 o'clock, that's when a lot of the guilds start, their parties and stuff like that.
I really like
Geek says parking info for cons is so important nowadays because of certain places really gouge.
that part.
We don't charge for it.
So does it cost more to camp in one of the guild places versus general camping?
Not at
Same
all.
price.
It's all included. That's awesome.
That is
Yeah.
very-
So to cover the guild camping real quick, if people want to start their own guild, we do have requirements. I believe it's 15 active members, and if they wanted to come out to the property, they can get with John or I think Stephen, and they can go and pick out a spot of land that we have in what's considered guild camping.
Yeah, we try to place them based upon what kind of style that they're into, like pirates, Vikings, or was a cottage core, stuff like that. We have one of the guilds called Quacken. They do a lot of, they're the main party guild at the moment. They're at the end of Wandering Way, currently at the end of Wandering Way. And they provide evening time, fire pits, warming tent, music. It's a good time.
You guys also mentioned before, you mentioned combat. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yes.
Yes. We have, this weekend we have Texas, Mike, is it, what's the Texas?
Texas Armored Combat.
Yes.
They're actually going to be out there and doing a display for us, and they are full armored, like plate mail type thing, and they use, steel weapons, and they go at it. They don't hold back.
Yeah.
They really do.
For those of you who went to, I believe it was Comic Conroe last year.
Yes.
They were actually the ones that were there.
Yeah.
I think they're every year coming. No, they go hardcore. They go
they're
fun
yeah,
to
they're every year. That's it.
Yeah.
Love
They're
them.
there. They're
Yes.
here this weekend. We also have House of Mobius. They actually do acrobatic combat. It's not full on, but they do some amazing stuff. It's acrobatic. They teach people how to use swords, the different various different weapons while on site. They teach them to do those things there. And they put on demos, and it's an undetermined outcome.
That is very cool.
They will battle each other.
That is very cool.
Yes,
That's
they are
awesome.
part of Faire of Champions, yes.
And you also mentioned a tea party. What
A
is that?
steampunk.
Steampunk tea party.
Joe?
I love steampunk, but go ahead.
Yes. So one of the people we work with, Sandra, she's going to be putting on a full steampunk party. She's going to have the teacups, everything, eclectic. She's going to have the tea, the snacks, strumpets, everything to give the immersive part of a tea party. And last year it went over very well. And so not last year, I think it was 2 years ago. Okay.
Yes,
Last
2 years
time,
ago, yes.
it was wonderful. And so we're going to be doing it again and try to make it bigger so everyone gets a chance to sit down and enjoy a steampunk tea party.
Yes.
Okay, that brings two questions to mind. First off, you say this isn't the first year. What do you mean? Like, because this is y'all's grand opening year, right? So, like,
We've had soft openings to get us to where we are today for 2025 is our grand opening.
okay.
So the funny story to this, and so Mike and I started this almost 5 years now, Mike, has it been?
It's the property was bought in 2020, and our first opening was in 2022.
So the story is there's three of us sitting around a campfire having a conversation, working the land, and then one of the guys says, "Hey, we should do it this year." My personality goes a few explicit "heck yeah" words, and Mike's going, "No." So we started early. The idea behind it is to get the ball rolling, get off our booties, get it started, and this is where we are for 2025. It's been soft opening. It's been a learning experience. It has always been for 2025 is to be the grand opening. So soft openings. And because we've done it, we have an amazing team this year.
Yeah.
That's
The soft opens help us figure out what works, what doesn't work, what people like to see and want to see out there, and what they don't like or doesn't really work. So it gave us a lot of opportunity to open up with the best of what people are giving us as far as feedback in those first three soft opens.
That's smart.
Something unique about our fair, and this is what we've tried to envision from the very beginning, and that is Mike and I don't say it's our fair. It's everybody's fair. So for this season, we gave our folks T-shirts that say "I am FOC." FOC is Faire of Champions on our shirts. So Joe and crew and very many other people that are involved are it's their fair too, and they work really hard at this.
I love that.
So it's our fair.
That brings me to a couple questions. Number one, regarding what if somebody wants to be in the cast for next year? What do they have to
Talk to Joe. Joe?
Well, you can also go in for the volunteering, ask a question on the Faire Champions page, and people will direct you to me. And my email for that is casting@faireofchampions.com.
Okay.
And it's it's easy. Once it gets to me, I'll respond and we'll get the progress started on seeing if you're fit. And the point of the cast also is that they create their own OC character. So again, it is their character. It's who it's their story that they create for that character. And then their character will get incorporated into the cast story for that year.
Very cool.
Okay, so if they get accepted and they,
Right, whoa.
I'm sorry, if they get accepted to, can they stay at the campgrounds the whole time, like the whole season for it, if they needed to, if they wanted, like they didn't live in Palestine area?
Yes, they get camping on the weekend. And when I lived in Palestine, I went home, I had a bed, but yeah, no, it's pretty great camping out there. But yeah, they most of them camp during the weekend, and so they get free camping.
So we are a winter fair. I'm wearing my fur. Part of the uniqueness that makes us unique is that you can wear all your garb. You're not sweating typically, but it is Texas winter.
True.
We were open this weekend. I think the low while we were open was like 30 something, I think.
Yeah, it was in the 30s.
And we still had people on site. But the cool thing about being at our fair is that we have fire pits that gather along the trails. If you're getting a little chilly, go stand by a fire, meet some new people. If you want to go sit down, go to one of the pubs, which is BYOB. We sell the drinks there. We do not sell alcohol at the pubs. There's big fire pits in there. You can go sit down, have a chat, share drinks. If you don't want to carry your bottle around, we have a service called VIP. Go to one of the pubs. I'm holding my hand up here, pointing to a pub. You can leave the bottle there. They'll give you a VIP pass. There's a VIP number. Joe, could you talk on that for a moment, please? Sorry.
Sure. So the VIP cards, you can pick either Blue Muta or Fire and Flag, and it's red versus blue. We have two different pubs. And what it is like we will store your bottles, all of your alcohol for you. And then when you would like to come get it, we have a special table for you to come and fill up however much you want, and we will keep it there, and you don't have to walk around with it. With it, you also get a rose that says that is the color pub you chose. And you get free ice also for that. So if you need ice to add to your cup or whatnot, we will have that available with your VIP cards. And it lasts for the whole season.
Very cool.
So let's talk about the red versus blue.
What is that?
Mike, would you like to touch on that for a moment?
So the red versus blue, if you've ever played video games, World of Warcraft is the one that I have the most experience with. You're either on the Horde or Alliance, and it's either red or blue. And the same with Halo, if you've heard, red versus blue on that one. But when you choose a side, you actually are part of that side, and you get clothespins. And the idea of the red versus blue is you go and clothespin the person from the opposite team and try to do it without them noticing it. And then after, I believe, like 20, 30 seconds, as they're wearing this pin, you get to let them know that they've been tagged. And so it's kind of like
gotcha.
Yeah.
It's only a hit if they don't know it. If they noticed it, like right away, you didn't win. Like you didn't get them.
That's
We have pub
That sounds
wars.
fun.
It's a game between the pubs. Who sells the most VIP passes? You don't have to choose a size. Some people choose purple. Why they choose purple? This is all in fun. They literally have walk. You can't say drive by. They have walk by Nerf fights. If you see someone walk around with a Nerf gun, Nerf Gatling gun, the pubs will go by and just unload on each other. This is a whole fun thing. It's all a game. It's all in good fun. So really, come end of season, who wins the battle? It's usually based on the number of VIP cards. However, we have Shore Leave at Tortuga on the last weekend, which is the Battle of the Pirates. Red versus blue is taking place at the after-hour event. And they do have battle. It's a 21 over event. Food is served. There's a battle played. So, yeah, we have our serving winches and things of that nature.
That sounds like
That's cute.
Speaking of, CJ asked earlier, do y'all have after-hours stuff that y'all do?
Yes. Joe?
Well, the first after hour event is actually Mike's big thing, is a big bonfire that most will go to sit around. Then at different weekends, we'll have other events. Like last week we had the Viking Fest. And we have special guests that come for that, and a lot of food. We have food catered, and it usually fits the event theme. And the other one will change per whatever the weekend is. So first weekend, so Tortuga coming up is the pirate weekend. So because pirate weekend's going to be a stable, like that's always going to be our last weekend, and Tortuga is a lot of fun. So that's one of our after hour events. We've also had a night where they got
the first
flames. I'll do the. I forgot the name.
Yeah, the Interstellar Cantina.
Interstellar, yes. Mike, you do that one because I'm bad with names.
All right, so the Interstellar Cantina is, you're basically your sci-fi. That was our opening weekend, was Interstellar Dimensions, which is more of the sci-fi themed type thing to get people to come out and your Star Trek. We had actually a few Star Trek uniforms out there, which was really cool. But you have the after hours. I believe this one was $10. Was that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So with the mix of themes, the Star Trek characters can actually be there because it doesn't break the Prime Directive, right?
Right. So our after hours events, there is an additional charge for those, but like the Interstellar Cantina was like $10. You go in, we played music and we had games and things like that, and our Yule Feast was exactly that. We actually had, like Joe said, we had it catered. We had the Northern folk out there that actually played Nordic music, and we had Floki the storyteller that actually told a Norse story, and everybody sitting there gathered by the fire pit out there, and it's just really neat. And our last one, of course, like John said, is the Pirate Weekend, Shore Leave to Tortuga. And we've got other events there. I believe that one's catered as well.
Yes, sir.
And so it's just loads of fun. It just rounds out the whole experience of what we're doing.
So the other events, when we don't have FOC sanction, the guilds will put on events afterward. They'll party out there. The evening is kind of chilly. Mm-hmm. You put your warmth on and you go out and you go hang out lots of people out there. It's a whole nother adventure for after the daytime fair.
I have a quick question. We have like 2 minutes left. Our time is running out. If somebody is kind of new to it, what would they bring?
Your imagination.
What should first timers know for sure? Like a quick list or whatever they need.
Well, one would be BYOB. Comfortable shoes.
I was about to say, what's the terrain like?
And you mentioned all these games. Is there
no bad boots
like that sell different things as well?
Say it again.
You mentioned like food, and you mentioned the games. Do you guys have vendors there as well?
Oh yes. Okay, cool. We have like 55 vendors out there right now.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay.
So first time, what do they bring? Like
you don't have to dress up. Just wear a cloak, wear a jacket when it's cold, wear some comfortable shoes, and bring an imagination and bring a good attitude.
Awesome.
We're open for everybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We so appreciate you guys coming in because I know you guys are super busy and it's chaos and it's your week. We've got another week coming up.
2 more weeks.
2 weeks. Are the themes listed on your website?
Yes.
Okay. To learn more about Faire of Champions, go ahead and check it out at www.faireofchampions.com.
Thank you.
But it's kind of dressed up. I agree. That's why I'm dressed up today. So get your wands ready because Mom is going to take us out.
Yes, and I will actually be there on the 25th of January. That is coming up, and that one is Steampunk Weekend, I believe. Mm-hmm. So if you guys want to come out there, hopefully I'll be able to share something about maybe doing a meetup real quick while we're there, and we'll be sharing out videos and photos from that. So y'all, hope to see you guys out there. Y'all go up Palestine, Texas, and the website real quick is Faire of Champions, FAIRE OFCHAMPION. Sorry, that's horrible.
.com. There you go. I'll let them do this one.
.com. There we go. Okay. All right, and if you haven't had a chance to do it yet, make sure to smash that thumbs up and subscribe. Of course, CJ Peterson and Mommy Rilla both have our own YouTube channels, and Yukita Cosplay is on Instagram. And of course, go check out their website, their Facebook, follow them, and hope to see you all at Faire of Champions, guys.
And tomorrow, regular time, we are going to have voice actress Patricia Patz, who did Peppermint Patty. Sure to come back tomorrow night at 7:00.
All right. Till next time, guys.